Alright, so I figured I'd just switch to VidCons, because I've now done a VidCon before, so, I'm actually used to, like, the whole concept of doing a video confessional now, and, like, now that I've literally, put my face out there, so I guess I'm putting my face in more places. Anyway, I will finally do the fucking confessional questions. So, yeah. Losing the first challenge is not fun at all. Not the first time I've been on a tribe that's like, lost the first challenge, and I've lived through it before. Um, so, I feel pretty okay about tribal because, like, I've been chatting with some people, and, like, nobody's really seen 8 around. Like, I get it, like, he's busy, but, like, we don't really have much to base votes off of yet, since, like, nothing, like, is really there game-wise, since it's so early in the game. So, I'd say I feel pretty safe, because I've been working my fucking ass off, trying my best to connect with these people, and let me tell you, oh my god, it is so hard to connect with some of these people, right? Because literally nothing in common with most of these people. And it's, oh, I'm trying so hard to just, like, find common ground with these people, and, like, find things that we can actually, like, chat about and bond over. But it's quite the challenge, but I'm doing my best. So I really think, I would like to think socially I'm at least in a decent position for now. I would like to think that people like me, like, that's my goal here. Like, I want people to like me. I might be a people pleaser. I don't know. I'm not fully sure on that. But, like, I want people to like me. And especially in a social game, that's what you want, right? You want people to like you. So, allegiances. I'm not sure. I don't know where I stand with other people game wise yet. I have people in mind that I'd love to work with. It's just a matter of, like, actually, getting to ask them, like, hey, do you want to work together, right? Because I've asked people, like, what are your thoughts on the rest of the tribe so far? But, like, that's as far as I've gone, I haven't, like, nobody said to me, I'm like, hey, I want to work with you, and I haven't said to anyone, like, hey, I want to work with you. But, like, hopefully by at least asking them what they think about the tribe, like, maybe they'll try to trust me a little bit more. But, like, also, I don't want to, like, come off as playing too hard or anything. Like, that's like one of the biggest mistakes you can make in an org, is, like, coming off as playing too hard. And that's really something I want to avoid. Like, I don't it's always, like, one of my biggest fears early game is coming off as playing too hard. Like, I never want to, like, rush into alliances or anything, I don't want to, like, rush into I don't want to rush it, I want to play it safe. I want people to come to me with the alliance offers. I don't want to be going to other people. If I do have to go to other people, then I just have to hope that it works out correctly, But it's just a matter. It's really just a waiting game at this point, because I feel like, really, for at least this vote, it's going to be, like, a very easy vote. Like, I feel like everyone can agree here that, like, 8's probably going to go. Nobody's been talking to him. He didn't do the challenge. Bye-bye. Like, we can't we can't have someone that's not doing challenges on our tribe. Otherwise, we're just going to keep losing. Not to say we did well, even if he did do them. Like, I was looking over the results. Like, we didn't really do very well overall. Like, compared to the other tribe, like, we did not do too hot at all. But, when you add, like, an inactive person on top of that, like, that's just So I feel like at least for this vote, like it's just gonna be like the most obvious first boot here, you know. And it sucks for him, you know. Like I get it. Like he's been busy. Like, you know, orgs aren't your main priority in life, but like at the same time, when it's this early on in the game, like those are the things that we have to factor in, right? Because sure, there are people that I've also like a lot. This tribe really can't bond. I guess like I've been the people that I've talked to, besides like Johnny, like they've all said like I'm like really struggling to like connect with these people. So like none of us can really connect well, I guess. Um, I'm hoping the people that said that to me don't think the same about me. Like, you know, even if I'm struggling to connect with them, I hope that they're. It's not the right thing to say. I hope that people feel a connection with me. You know, that's what I want. I want people to feel like they can trust me, they can tell me things, you know? I want to have that trust with basically everyone, right? Because like I said, in my first confessional, that like I want the power over the tribe, right? That's my main goal. Is I want the power. I want to be in the power position. I want to be in the driver's seat. And then once I get in the driver's seat, I have to learn how to manage being in the driver's seat well. You know, um, I can't, I lost my train of thought. Um, I gotta manage it well, basically. Like, you know, I gotta, like, I can't let people know that, like, yes, I am the one running the tribe, you know? But I just need to get myself into that position of actually running the tribe. Like, the game talk that's been happening on this tribe is like very very little. Like I feel like I'm the one like that's like conducting the game talk usually, you know. So, um, yeah, I don't know. That's basically my general thoughts here. Is like game talk is pretty lacking at the moment, and this vote's probably gonna be like really easy. So I don't expect much at all to happen for this vote, you know. So like I don't know, maybe some random persons somehow managed to connect really well with eight, and like you know, they're gonna like I'm gonna be like, yeah, I feel like we can all agree here that it's gonna be eight, and they're gonna be like, oh, already said your name. But I really don't see that situation happening. Um, just based off of the conversations I've had so far. If it does happen, that'd be like really fucking weird and really fucking unfortunate. But I'm not like banking on that happening or anything. Um, so basically, back to the question, like, I don't really have my own personal strong allegiances game wise, but there are people that I want to have allegiances to, like, you know, Ty and Faye, um, maybe Grace. Um, I don't know about others having strong allegiances. Like, cause like I've said, like the people I've talked to, like I think it was just Faye and Grace I asked. Well, I think I asked Faye, Grace, Johnny what they think of the tribe so far. I think it was just Faye and Grace that said like I've been like struggling to connect with the other people in the tribe. But then, you know, Johnny's just said like, you know, he likes everyone. So I mean like, you know, good for Johnny. Good for Johnny. I don't know what like potential strong allegiances there might be. I don't really know the relationship that other people have with other people so far. Like the most I have to go off of is like Grace thinks Ty and Faye are nice, you know? Like that's literally all I have so far. So I don't know. I am so sorry if you can hear my mom. I don't really know. It's just like, this is an interesting try, but not the most interesting try I've been on, you know? It's gonna be interesting to see how this game plays out as the rounds go on. But like, you know, for how early on it is, like there's not really anything there as far as I'm aware, you know? So I think those are like my whole entire general thoughts so far on the game and on this tribe. Um Now as for the game I'm looking to play, I feel like I'm still like generally trying my best to stick to my original plan here, which is like, you know, make make social bonds with everyone and then have them feel like they can trust me and tell me everything, you know. I'm just a sweet little girl, you know. um you can come talk to me, okay? You can come give me all the game information you have, all right? um you know, you can tell me everything. um I might run around and tell other people what you said to me, but it just depends on how much I like you, you know? Like that that's the kind of game I want to play. That's the kind of game I want to play here. I want control. That's like my main goal, is to gain control. I want to control the game. And then, you know, if we enter in like, you know, a swap situation or merge situation, like I want to stay in control. I want to control the game. I want to keep controlling the game. If I can get myself into a position of control, that's great, and that's my main goal right now, but I have not gotten there yet. So my game plan hasn't really changed from the pregame. Um, as for how I fit into this game, good question. I don't know what is in my eye. Good God. um, I don't know. Cause like a lot of this depends on like the opinions of other people, and I don't really know their exact opinion, like especially not of me, right? So like optimally, I would want to fit well into this game, right? I want to be the one that everyone can trust. I want to be the one that everyone gives game information to. I want to be the one that everyone wants to work with. You know, I want to be the most trustworthy person, so that way I can have flow of game information coming towards me and I can have as many options as I want open, right? So that's how I'd like to fit into this game, is I like to, you know, just be the trustworthy one that people can like, you know, confide in or whatever. Um but yeah. That's like my general thoughts on the game so far, and this is like kind of long, and I'm just kind of repeating myself. I do that a lot. Um but yeah. Favorite Christmas song? Christmas Rapping by the Waitresses. If you're in Mirror Org, you know why. Um, yeah, I don't know. I literally only listen to it because of the Christmas song Give and Take that they're doing in there. And it is such a banger. It has been stuck in my head for ages. I would say a Vocaloid Christmas song, but also I don't know of any Vocaloid Christmas song somehow. Like, I know of Vocaloid covers. Like, you know, there was a Kasani Tito cover of All I Want for Christmas Is You. Absolute banger. But like that's a cover, you know, not something I would always be listening to as much as I love Vocaloid. Like, you know, I'm literally wearing a fucking Sakura Miku t-shirt. Um, you know, Christmas rapping, Christmas rapping, Christmas rapping. Trust rankings. Oh, fuck. um, I'm gonna like, you know, write these down after, but I definitely feel like this is just gonna be like basically the same as my vibe rankings, you know? So, and it may change. It may change. It very well could change. Because, like, you know, like I said, haven't had that much game talk yet. But we're gonna put Ty at 1. I mean, like, you've seen our DM counts. Like, you know, that's literally a ride or die right there. That's like my fucking bestie. That's like 5'11" compared to this fucking teeny tiny DM counts I've had with everyone else. Like 8 with fucking 13. God. Um, but yeah, I feel like Ty is definitely my number one so far. And then Faye, I would put as my number two. I've really enjoyed talking to Faye. I wish we could talk more, but I don't really see them around that often. Like I do my best to like reach out, but like, you know, sometimes she takes a while to respond, and that's fine. You know, I don't really care because I still like talking to Faye. And like from a game perspective, I would absolutely love to work with Faye, and you know, I would absolutely love to work with Ty. Um, and then I would also absolutely love to work with Grace, who I'd put at my number three. Yeah, Grace seems like I don't know. I don't really want Grace to like be on the outs or anything. I can't really say she is on the outs though, because like I said, there hasn't really been much game going on. So like I would like to get a thing. Um, well, actually, hang on. I would put Nivea at 4. I kind of would just want to get like an all non-men thing going, right? Because it's literally nothing against the men at all. Like, you know, not because they're men. You know, it's literally just because those three are the ones that I've struggled to connect with the most. You know, like I have literally nothing in common with any of them besides like we play video games. And you know, that's it. That's like literally it. That's all I have in common with the men. It's not just purely because they're men and oh, I hate men. All men are evil. Like as much as I love to like, you know, joke around about that, like it's literally not because they're men. It's because like I cannot for the fucking life of me actually connect with them, you know. So I'd say my top 4: Ty, Faye, Grace, Nivy. I like talking to Nivy. It really sucks that she's in a cyclone right now. I hope she stays safe. You know, all the best to her. She has been saying she's been staying safe, but you know, I'm not gonna like fault her for not replying or anything because like you know she's literally in a fucking cyclone. So she gets a pass. Um, you know, she's just like you know at number 4 because like you know we really only had like that one long conversation about meteorology. Um, and we've talked a little bit here and there after that, but yeah. So I guess 5 would probably have to be Johnny. Um, like I've done my best to like you know I want to like you know feel everyone out this round. You know. Um, so like you know I've asked Johnny what he thinks about this tribe. He just says he likes everyone. I can't really connect with him that much. Um, yeah. Uh, Johnny's just there, and then Noah I'm gonna put down at number 6 because I haven't really been able to connect with him much either. Um, and I'm really, really, really trying, but Noah's like a very dry person that's not really giving me much to work with. I'm sure he's great, but we don't have much in common, and you know he's been not he's been very dry in our conversations, and like I'm trying so hard to find something to work with within our conversations. And like you know people are going to be like, oh, communication is like a two-way street. Like I am trying so hard with that guy, and he's giving me like he's giving me like really dry responses. Like I've seen drier, but like his Noah's responses are pretty dry, you know. Um, and then number 7 is obviously 8. Like we had a short, brief, quick conversation day 1, and then like an even shorter conversation day 2, and he never replied to my question. Um, and I think he probably knows at this point that he's going, just based off of his answer to his travel question. And like, he replied to Johnny and just said like basically the same thing that he replied to his travel question with. So I feel like I've had 13 DMs with the dude in like 3 days. Like I've barely, I can't even like determine if I've actually been able to connect with him just because like, you know, he hasn't been talking, right? So I feel like eight's probably gonna be the vote here, and eight's gonna sit at the bottom of my trust rankings, right? But I don't know if I mentioned this. If I did, then you can just skip this because I'm probably just gonna be repeating myself here, and I am sorry. But like, going back to like my top four, like I would like something with them just so we could have the majority, right? Um, or maybe just get a thing with me, Ty, Faye, and Grace. You know, that'd be four, but with this vote, like after this vote, that would give us majority. But I would like to pull in Ivy too. Like, you know, I would prefer to not have to go to travel 3 times before, like, you know, maybe a swap. But if this is a no swap season, then that's a possibility. But yeah, I mean, like, really just based off of what I have so far, like, really the only people that I want to target are the people that I can't connect with, and that's literally it. Because when you don't have anything to go off of game wise and you don't know who's going after who, especially when this vote is such an easy vote, like that's really all I can base my trust on, is those that I've actually been able to connect with and have actually, like, you know, really enjoyed talking to, and not just like, you know, felt like I've had to talk to them just for the sake of keeping my social game up. Because honestly, that's what it's felt like with Johnny and Noah. And like, you know, like I said, you can't really count 8 because Rose just dead. But yeah, I don't know how this got to 22 minutes. I plan to just like continue to do vidcons for the rest of the season. I really like this because, like, you know, I feel like it's more personal and you actually like see me and not just my voice. But yeah, you know, I don't know. This should be an easy vote. We'll see what happens game wise. Like, the game is still very young. It still needs time to like actually develop and shit. But like, you know, I don't know. That's about it.